welcome back to the Amish Matchmakers. We are here live in Michiana, as it's known. It's Michigan, Indiana border near South Bend, um, Niles, Michigan, and it's good to be here. Thanks for joining me. We are the Amish Matchmakers. We're here live at one of our epic intensives. We rented a home here in Michiana. It's called BB's Place. Let's turn this camera around. See the nice little. It's where we were last night, just hanging out and having some training. People declared what they want to get from this event and how they want to grow. That's what we're here for. We're here for growth and development and breakthrough, and it is possible. So we help Amish. This is Niles, Michigan. Yeah, that's right. So we help Amish singles to find godly spouses, create a legacy that is rooted, a long lasting legacy that is rooted and founded in faith, freedom, and above all else, love. It is powerful to help them create epic marriages as well. I think I left that off. I remember I'm on autopilot. Was up a little bit late last night. Again, going through the process. And our process is that we help them to have breakthrough in their lives and to move through being stuck. And so last night we declared what we want. All of us did. For me, I want to have a forward style of language and communication and level up in my authority and belief in self, my belief in self and authority and territory. And I know that Father has called us for greater things. So it's just whether or not we believe it. So good morning, Mr. Michiana Picker. You know this area. It is close by. I know I'm getting a little bit of a late start here. Had to get cleaned up and ready for the day, but it is a great day. And I love this little setup here. Hey, this home is really nice. Got a nice little kitchen area. Let me show you. Trying not to be too loud. A cool little tree. Lots of snow here. Let's see. Luckily, we're on the bottom floor. Oh, yeah, I can see the snow outside. Beautiful place. And then get me some coffee. Set up nice here. Nice open feel, right? Let's turn this on. Some light. Shed some light on the situation. Where's the coffee cups, right? They are here somewhere. Got a bigger cup? I think so. Pretty nice. It's decent. I know they have big cups here. Maybe they're in the dishwasher. Coffee is important, y'all. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. It's better. During this event, I always like to splurge and have my coffee with cream in the morning. Thanks for your patience while I get ready. I just got a late start. It's all good, right? So we've been talking about practical ways to develop your confidence. Did you guys remember that? were talking about how exercise affects your confidence, doing things like family defense affects your confidence. Goodness gracious, that's dripping out. And what different modalities of family defense can really develop your confidence. And also, learning different strategies and skills for communication will definitely make you more confident because then you have something to go by. You're not just guessing, right, on what you should say or how you should say it. Things you can talk about on a date, things you can talk about with your spouse. It'll raise your confidence. So these are a lot of the ways that we have helped people to develop skills. We call it the 3 C's of intimacy. You want to be more well connected with people and have deeper, more intimate relationships. You work on your confidence, communication, and commitment skills. The 3 C's of love, 3 C's of intimacy. I enjoy sitting in the park. I also enjoy throwing bread at birds. I'm not sure what that means. I guess I asked, what do you enjoy? I don't know the relevancy, but okay. I'm glad you enjoy that. That's cool. Good morning, Andrew. Coffee time, Mr. Andrew. Glad you joined me. I'll give you a little tour real quick. I don't know if you just got on here. Here's a nice place we rented in Michiana. And Andrew, maybe you guys should bring the kids down Saturday. Hang out for the day. I don't know. Maybe we're opening it up Saturday for people to come out. Might be too much of a drive for you guys, but it would be awesome to see you. Spend the afternoon with you in the evening. We're opening it up for anybody, public, community, anybody that wants to come out on Saturday. But we are live at our Epic Intensive in Michiana, we're near South Bend, Indiana. I'm gonna get a fire going too. It's a nice little fireplace here. Whoa, what are some of the things you enjoy? Oh, you're answering my question about things you enjoy doing to build your confidence. Maybe. Can I tell you something serious? You can tell me something serious. Go ahead. I am live. So if you'd like, but we are going to continue communicating, talking about confidence and what that looks like. Let me pull up my notes here. Confidence. All right. Another thing that really matters for confidence is we talked about, we talked about a brisk walk, lifting weights, self-defense, mastering one useful skill daily because repetition is the mother of all skill. And when you do lots of reps and build your skills, it builds your confidence. All right. How about keeping one promise to yourself every day? Follow through. It does. When you keep your word to yourself, you build inner trust. I do what I say. Identity grows through self efficiency and follow through. Work out today. Do those push ups and sit ups like we talked about. Maybe I should do some more this morning. Yeah, I probably will in a minute. Make sure you have your Epic 30 time prayer, writing letter to Papa, like follow through with those things. Doing a cold shower, doing hard things and following through with it. I just got done getting showered up and cleaned up for the day. And I did. We're here in Michiana and the water is very cold. And I did do an ice shower, if you would. Turned it too cold to close out the end of the shower so that it's brisk, it's invigorating. Yeah. And that is a hard thing. And believe me, it's never easy to go to cold, especially when you're in places like this where it's really cold. So following through and doing what you say you'll do is a beautiful thing. A promise to yourself. Maybe it's reading 10 pages. Maybe you're going to make a hard phone call to a client or a customer that's not happy, or maybe you're going to make several calls to create an opportunity for sales in your business. What is it that you could do today? Do it even when you don't feel like it. That really builds confidence because it's proof that you can do whatever it takes and that you have the skills, you have the abilities, you have the strength, inner strength, mind, body, soul, and spirit to push through all those fears and doubts. And for us, it is a powerful process for what we do here and helping people to get over and through those triggers, through the trauma they've been through to help them have a triumphant life. That's the goal, that's the target. And to move forward with confidence, love, and a sound mind. That is a really important thing. And part of this is if you choose to do something that you follow through with it is proof that you do have a sound mind or self-discipline, because to have self-discipline and self-control is to master your emotions. Your emotions are literally what's keeping you from moving forward. The fear, the doubt, the thoughts of what if it doesn't work, or what if, the what ifs, they really will keep you stuck and held back. So to be able to push through that is very empowering, invigorating in the sense of, okay, I can do hard things. I can do this. See, I followed through. Look at that. Sleep. Sleep is a very important thing for helping you to have more confidence, because when you have lack of sleep, it's hard to make decisions, hard to think straight. So obviously then what's going to happen is you're not going to appear as confident, as vibrant. You're not going to be able to, you're not going to want to necessarily hold conversations with people because you don't have the ability to do so because you're so tired. So some things that'll help you to sleep is leaders really do design their lives, and leaders and successful people design what they want. And part of, if you want to create an atmosphere of sleep, you don't have your phone next to your bed. And if you're ready to go to sleep 30 minutes before, get your phone, plug it in, and make sure it's away across the room from your bed. Make sure you have a cool, dark atmosphere in your room. No caffeine later in the day. These are things that will set you up for a great night's sleep and successful night's sleep. Um, if you have sleep loss, it's going to create negative emotions. It's better sleep. Yeah, better sleep will support your self control and have a strong mind. And it does require self control as well to set a tone and and to be able to go to sleep early, because that's really how you get up earlier is you go to sleep earlier. Same bedtime and wake up time, at least 5 nights a week. That's what we do. And we change it up on the weekends. Friday, of course, is our Shabbat. And so we sometimes will stay up later with friends and family and visiting and celebrating the week and celebrating the Father and connection with each other. We're going to do that this week here at the retreat. And I'll be going live this week, just some moments that we're having as we're here at this Epic Intensive. And we love what we do. We love the people. And we want to give you a little sneak peek into it. But this Saturday, we will be allowing it to be open to the public. We're going to the Frosty 5K and in Elkhart, Indiana. We'll be doing the Frosty 5K. I think it's at 11 or 12, 10 or 12, something like that. I got to look. But we're all doing that as a group here. And that's part of our health goals, exercise. So number 7 of things that top 10 things that will help you to build confidence. Number 7 is breathing drills for calm during under pressure to help you with having good self control. Is to master emotions. To master your emotions is actually to master your breathing. That's the key to mastering your emotions and having self control, having a sound mind. They're all connected. If you look at the definition of that verse, sound mind, it has to do with self control, self discipline. And you can accomplish that by the way you breathe. So, regulated breathing practices reduces stress and anxiety. It's true. It's clinical studies, not me saying this. You can look it up, check it out. You have less panic and you become more confident in hard moments. Because really, people don't realize this a lot of times, but how we respond in hard situations, how we respond under stress, really does make or break us on who we are as a person, our identity, our confidence. How much can you take? You got what it takes. It's a matter of you believing that you got what it takes and then walking it out and stepping into that identity of confidence is part of the process and believing. So there are, before you have a hard talk or if, even in exercising, the breathing is really what makes a difference to help you in that exercise, doing push-ups, doing sit-ups, running, jogging. To master your breathing and to control it is where you will get better oxygen flow. And if you practice it and develop good breathing skills in stressful situations, even your heartbeat will increase. You'll feel your breathing start to shallow up. That's a panic breathing. No. Take a deep breath in through the nose, hold it in, and breathe out. And there are breathing exercises. There's Wim Hof. I highly recommend checking out Wim Hof. He has some incredible breathing techniques because if you do some breathing, inhale for 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it for 4. Exhale for 4. And hold it after you exhale. That will, and then repeat that. So let's try it. So you can feel yourself calming down just by the way you breathe. Your heart will calm down. You can feel yourself thinking clear. Breathing matters, and it will definitely help you to have more confidence because it shows I can master my emotions. I can calm down in spite of a situation. And literally, that's how leaders are created, is they can handle more stress. They can handle more capacity. That's what leaders do. That's what parents do as you grow and as you parent your children. And like I was an instant father of 4 children. And again, I love children. I'd always worked with children in Sunday school when I was younger, but here I was 19 and had 4 kids. Now, I chose that. This is my previous marriage. I chose to have that many kids and to marry Lee and in my previous marriage. And it was awesome. However, I was not quite ready for what it would take to be a good father and what it would take to be a husband and support my wife and to support her as a mother. And it was just incredible. And I didn't know what to do. I didn't have the skills then. That's why I am so passionate about helping you gain the skills that will cause you to a have an epic marriage and a legacy that is rooted in faith, freedom, and love. Like, what does that look like? Well, this is part of the process is you got to be a confident man. You've got to work on that confidence. So the breathing matters. It really does. Get it on your app, get it on your phone. You can look it up. And matter of fact, Wim Hof has a free app where you can do free breathing exercise. It's awesome. It's beneficial. Oh, wow. Is this someone that's really serious? Chance? I see Chance jumped on here for YouTube, and I do appreciate the questions in the comments. Have you ever struggled with anger management? If so, how did you combat it? Well, there's a few things there. First of all, do you believe that in God. I just want to ask you those questions because um, I do turn to the Word when I answer questions. The Word being the Bible, the Torah, and the canon. And so I first was wondering, Mr. Chance, are you a believer? Do you believe in the Bible? And do you believe in what it says? Or do you want me to just talk about principles in general? Just curious. While he answers that, because there is because again, there are some great principles that I like to utilize from the Bible if he's open to that, or she, whoever it is. Sorry, I don't know if you're says Chance. All right. Number 8 for helping build your confidence, set goals the right way. We often talk about just improving 1% every day is very, very powerful and very important to not overwhelm yourself or create. Sometimes we do self sabotage. We create goals and targets and strategies that are impossible to actually do instead of realizing, hey, if we just set small goals and accomplish those every day, little goals, 1%. If I get 1% better today, if I do those 20 push-ups again and 20 sit-ups and do a plank for a minute and do those 20 squats like we talked about earlier this week, how like empowering that is to follow through with those things and to do one little thing. It's like 1%. That's 1% of your day. It take you 5 minutes, doesn't take you hours, doesn't take you 20 minutes, but you're doing something and follow through with something. And when you set a goal, you can increase performance and self-efficiency. You can create plans that say when, where, how, and then implement. Put it on your calendar, follow through. I will get stronger by doing some squats, by doing push-ups, and understanding the why behind it is going to help you to get there a lot faster, recognizing, well, if I'm going to be staying young and vibrant and be able to play with my grandchildren, little Kaylea, I miss you, sweetie, and I miss my daughter Hazel too. G Papa. Hopefully Hazel watches this. She can play for Kaylea. G Papa, tuning in live from outside your mama's belly. That's what I say to her all the time. Okay, anyways. Um, so okay, here's the rest of the answer. So I'll answer it. Squirrel, see, talk about confidence, and then we answer questions. Okay, it says, I pray and rely on Jesus every day, Jesus Christ every day, but honestly don't live completely for him. I struggle with self-sabotage and anger management. Okay, so good. I'm glad to know you're a believer because it helps me. And I want you to understand something. The Bible actually tells us to be angry. I don't know if you've ever heard that. It's probably, well, it actually says be angry. It's actually, if you go back to the definition, it is considered like a commandment. And the reason why that is there, but it does say to sin not, meaning like, but don't, because anger is a very useful tool, and it's like the empowerment of the lion. The lion. You see my lion? Let's see if I can show this lion. Check the lion. Don't. Wait, that's what I was trying to do. Show the lion. My lion tattoo. And then it says Yeshua, and it represents fire. And I'm telling you that anger is an emotion that is very useful to get you moving forward in passion and rage and in going for it. Like fire. If you think about fire, there's a fire that consumes and creates death and destruction. And there is a fire that burns hot with passion and pursuit and intensity. And that lion there's a lion that seeking whom he may devour and destroy. And then there's a lion of Judah that is passionate, loving, and kind, and full of fruits of the Spirit. And so anger is real and beneficial. And I believe that anger is fuel to take you to the next level in your life. And so you can utilize it, but what's the fruit of that? What's the outcome of that? What is it? Because again, it's not about so a lot of times people are told, that they need to manage their anger. Well, I want to teach you to steer it in a beneficial direction. Because if I'm angry and I'm chopping wood, or if I'm angry and I'm hitting a punching bag, I'm actually exercising, I'm practicing the skills of family defense. I'm doing it over and over, and I'm vigorous about it because I'm angry. But yet you're exerting yourself. You're gaining new strength by punching, by lifting weights. You're taking it out on the wood log when you're chopping wood, but yet you're building your muscles and strength. And let's be real. Like as a warrior, anger is necessary for fighting battle. And again, the battle's still real. Unfortunately, we live in such a quote unquote easy world that makes it like it seems easy, but the reality is it's not. It's not as easy as we think. We are like lulled into hypnotic state of, oh, this is, you want to go after the easy life. You want it to be easy. No, I want it to be worth it. I would work hard and go after what I want and partner with my father, Papa Abba, and receive the blessings and the inheritance that he set aside for you. And it comes through hard work and passion and going after that which he designed you to be. It's real. And from a place of unity, he wants us to go after it. Seriously, all the successful people that I've studied, again, success is very how do I say it? Subjective, right? It's very subjective to the person. Like your definition of success and mine are different. When I'm talking about success, I'm talking about getting results and being masters of their craft. Billionaires getting results in finances, getting results in health and fitness, getting results in relationships, getting results. So that's how I see is the fruit. You shall know them by their fruit. So I say, okay, you shall know them. If they're success, you'll know them by seeing the results and fruit that they have in their life. And people that get a lot of results, what I've seen is they are the hardest workers in the room. Famous actors, billionaires, famous athletes, the best of the best. Michael Jordan, Muhammad Ali, Joe Montana. These guys were willing to work harder than anybody else in order to master their craft, master their skills. What are you willing to do? Use the anger and feed it. So again, a lot of what happens, why we even deal with anger or and we think it's bad or negative, it's usually because the results of where it takes us. Because we're angry, so then we get triggered into a spiral and a negative addiction or habit. But when you have a beneficial habit, beneficial cycle that you've created, wow, bless you. You're like exercising more, you're reading the word more, you're listening to more worship music. Like I'm telling you and describing some of my habits that when I get angry and upset, what I turn to reading and studying the word. I had about a 6 hour deep dive study yesterday. It was phenomenal. Why did I do that? Preparing for this epic intensive today and this weekend. It started last night. Beautiful group of people showed up, amazing hunger and declaring what they want in unity with the Father and what identity they want to increase from their unity and relationship with the Father, who has a better identity for them than they have for themselves. That's what we're here for. And it's super empowering. And I do get passionate. I do get angry at times because I see people giving up. I see people quitting when they just need a little bit more fire. Come on, you can do it. A little bit more confidence, a little bit more courage, and you can take it through the finish line, through the finish line. Don't look back, go forward. Yeah, look forward, look to the target and go after it. The mark, the high calling, and press on towards the mark. Go through it. Okay? That's what's in you because he, Father, has given you the spirit of courage and confidence, the spirit of love, unconditional love, and he's given you the spirit of sound mind, self-discipline, being able to do hard things. And that's all really that you talk about managing anger. It's an emotion. And to master your emotions is to master your breathing. Seriously. When you're getting upset, angry, Again, you can use that fire and breathe through it. Yes. And what's interesting, when you do master breathing, just like I just did that deep breath, 4 seconds in, held it 4 seconds, breathe out for 4 seconds, then hold it again for 4 seconds. You're literally getting more oxygen to your brain. And a lot of people that don't do this very often get dizzy. It's real. So your brain is starving for oxygen. And when you give it good oxygen through breathing, it's amazing and quite a blessing. So, again, you can learn strategies and skills to help you benefit and think clear, even in the midst of anger. Even in the midst, you can turn it to passion. Instead of death and destruction, you can bring life and can bring energy and vibrance to get up in the morning, even when you don't feel like it, to go forward, make that call for clients, take that action, do that exercise in spite of how you feel. Remember, that's what self-discipline is, to master your emotions. I don't feel like doing it. You do it anyways because you think of that thing that makes you angry even, and you go, okay, I'm going to do it. Let's go. I'm not going to allow anything to keep me from my goals. I'm going to go after it with passion and vim and vigor. So that's one part of it. And you struggle, like I said, you struggle with anger management. How do I combat it? Well, you guide it, you direct it to beneficial habits. That's what I would say to you. Number two is also the control that comes from those emotions. What is it that you need to do to take control and guide it and master it? Well, part of it is, like I said, you've got to have a plan in place that you can, when you get triggered, what is going to be your plan of action? What are you going to be triggered to? Because all of us, when we get triggered, we do something. Some medicate. What do you? No, we medicate. A lot of times we'll medicate when we have triggers. But what is that medication or that? How do you medicate? For me, it was literally studying the word, doing worship music, blasting worship music, exercise. Like, I'm listing some things that I have utilized to help me in times when I am triggered. And it has, again, created good fruit, good benefits through it. I go towards now those things that I fear, those things that cause me to have emotions. And so anger is indicative of the need for change. There's an opinion there. Again, everyone has their opinions, and as long as they're appropriate to the content or questions, I'll put them out there. And again, you know, I could be one view that they feel like, oh, you're supposed to, you need change because you're getting angry. Again, it's all, for me, it's all in how I utilize it. What I've done with it has used it as fuel. I believe the word tells us to be angry. That is a true emotion. It's what we do with it that matters. It's my personal feedback on that. Now, um, what? Oh yeah, we had a couple more here. Let's finish the top 10 ways to help develop confidence in a practical way. Serve weekly, quiet service. It's very powerful. You can research and review ways to volunteer. And I definitely am a big proponent of this because, again, I don't have time for it. I teach about, I have a training called the Four Faces. Cheers. Drink your coffee if you got it. The Four Faces um, is in Ezekiel and Revelation. So it's both in the Old Testament, New Testament. It's identified. That's why I have the tattoos that I have. The lion's on the right, the ox is on the left, the eagle's on the back, the face of man is on the front. And it's very specific in both places. And I believe that that was an example to us of our image combining with the Father, Son, and the Spirit. those other three images. Truly believe that in the representation of that. Why am I bringing this up? Well, because to serve is to bless, and to volunteer when you're the man. A man is so powerful. You, human, are so powerful. I say man, I mean human, both male and female. Humans are so very powerful, and we become great leaders and people follow us. And it is out of a heart of serving, but you can never stop serving and being in the trenches with the people. And why do I say that? Because once you become the leader in the ivory tower, just lording over the people, everything begins to shift. And literally, that's where then, like, people like Hitler, who were originally trying to help the people and were for the people and in the trenches with the people, helping to pull Germany out of a Great Depression. Then when they get put into leadership and they're not still working and serving and blessing people, they lose sight of the people, and the people become numbers instead of real people that they love and care about, like they originally start with. They get in this ivory tower, and then they begin to become complacent and numb when it comes to people. People turn into numbers. So that's why serving is super important, that we always serve. We're always with the people, just like this epic intensive. Chantel and I, hey, we teach and train, and we've traveled, and we have lots of businesses, and we have developed a decent portfolio, as far as in the last 5 years of real estate and business, to accumulate in literally 5 years uh, a value and assets worth probably 4 to 6 million. And I tell you that because if we can do it, you can do it. But part of that is understanding that we still need to serve the people. We don't need to think we're all high and mighty sitting up in some ivory tower. Seriously, we need to be amongst the people, and we do. So we continue to do these epic intensive. And at this particular epic intensive, we have, I think, 11 people or 12 people, including the two facilitators that we're training and working with, Richard and Lavina Yoder, power couple, that they have two children, Mia and Michael, that they are raising and adopting. And it's super powerful to get to work with them. But it's just a little few handful of people, and that's awesome. We love being with the people. We all live together and create an atmosphere, a home here at our Epic Intensive, and work and flow as a family. And we design it in such a way that it is intense, but it's working through stuff. Why am I saying that? Because it's part of what we do to be in the trenches and be with the people, and not just, on YouTube or Facebook and only a video that people watch. They never get to meet us or talk to us or connect with us. No, we want to connect with the people. Some of the greatest leaders I've studied. And I'm going to be working with the men this morning. They'll be out here at 6 a.m. And this session with the men is going to be a talk about becoming conquerors and great leaders as men, and studying men like Alexander the Great, Nelson Mandela, Abraham Lincoln, and above all else, one of the greatest leaders, Jesus Christ himself of Nazareth, and what that looks like, their leadership, and what were their fruit and their accomplishments, and how did they do it? We're going to talk about that as men. So at 6 a.m., I'm pumped to be sharing that. Maybe you would like to hear that too. I don't know. Tell me if you're interested in stuff like that. But that's what we're going to discuss. And why do I say that? Because as you become great leaders, even Alexander the Great, they say, historians say that he knew thousands. He was very well known for knowing the names of his soldiers. And he had over, I think it was 30,000 soldiers in his army. So some say he knew thousands, 2,000, up to 2,000 or 10,000. Like, there's so many different things out there of how many people's names he knew that were in his. But just think about that for a minute. The skill and the art, he had to learn all those names and to be able to call them by name. People's names matter. So he obviously was amongst the soldiers. He led from the front, and he never, ever lost a battle. This is just some of the incredible fruit about Alexander the Great. And so, again, studying leadership style, studying that he was a great warrior and a man, but to know someone's name and to make time and take time to learn and know about the people, is to show that you want to serve them and be a blessing to them. So find a place to go volunteer, whether it's your church, a soup kitchen, the homeless, maybe it's in a shelter, maybe it's cleaning up Skid Row like we used to do in LA. Chantel and the kids and I, we would all go and we would help clean up Skid Row down in the homeless section, clean up the trash and things. We have fed people, homeless people, like we've done all kinds of different things. People in need, widows. We serve the widows right now. Our business. Wrong one, Nesbitt. But we started a not started. We purchased a business, acquired a business, Nesbitt Repair. It was owned by Frank Nesbitt, and a long-lasting legacy business in Madison, Georgia. And we doubled that business in 30 days. We did. It's phenomenal. Way better than I thought it would do. Almost 3 times the business in 30 days. And now we built a team that are running that business while we're gone. Super blessed and proud of them. And the way we have found some incredible leaders. And Frank Nesbitt is still there. They do what's called Frank's Five, and he gives us wisdom on plumbing and electrical and general repairs of a home. It's super awesome, super powerful, super grateful to be working with such a wise man and to be able to take his legacy and increase it and develop it. Chantel and I have in 30 days, and we're going to continue on that journey of developing that business and working with people and loving people well. Well, what do we do with that company? We literally donate this Friday. Today is a customer appreciation day. They'll be loving on and connecting with clients from our business and feeding them some beef dogs and hanging out with them today while we're here at this Epic Intensive. That business is still developing and growing. And then next Friday, we'll serve widows and people in need. And literally, we pay our team and our staff, all of our employees, to go out and serve and bless the community in one way or another. Do you know businesses that do that? I love that. And I hope you can tell me about it. It would be awesome to hear about that. But it's literally, you see Chick-fil-A, which is great. They take and they're closed on Sunday purposely to honor God. Well, how we honor God is we serve and we give back. And we do focus on widows and elderly and people that are handicapped, people in need, but we will. We've given to single parents before. We've developed this every other Friday because we believe in giving 10% of our time. And of course, that's part of our money too, is having our team members give and we donate by paying them to go give to people in need. So serving is a very powerful tool to keep you humble, keep you connected to people, and keep you loving people well. Number 10, practical way to build confidence is your posture and your voice. Practice making eye contact, shoulders back, sitting up with confidence. Your posture matters. Your posture will make you victorious, a conqueror, or make you a victim where you're, oh, but I'm meek and lowly. Yeah, and you're going to be attacked. You look kind of like a victim. Seriously, stand up straight, make good eye contact, smile, and show the world that you represent a mighty father, an amazing Abba, an incredible Papa, and be a shining conqueror. That's what matters. Studies on posture embodiment show that when you are expansive, an upright posture can increase feelings of self confidence compared with the contracted posture. And before you walk into church or do something hard, put your shoulders back, chin up, slow your words, steady and great eye contact, and breathe deeply and go in with confidence, knowing that you have what it takes. And even doing a power pose, taking a couple minutes to stand in attention. They call it like the Wonder Woman pose or the Superman pose, and your chest up, or even with your hands raised above your head, almost in like a worshipful position. Raising your hands is a great posture, and it's called the power pose. That will bring endorphins and give you more confidence. These are little things that matter that you can do, you can implement today and have more confidence and communicate better and have better and more courage. All right, you said I work at Costco, and sometimes I shamefully view people as merely numbers. Hey, it happens. Thanks for being real about that. And this is where skills of communication can come in. Go up to them, ask them questions, and get to know them as people. And know that God has called you to love. And how do you love? Literally by asking questions and seeing them as people, finding out about their family, finding out about some of what makes them who they are. So God bless you. I've got to take off now. It's time to meet up with the guys who are here at this Epic Intensive here in Michiana. Hope you'll join us on Saturday if you're here in town, in the area. We'd love to have you come out. So, or join us in Elkhart, Indiana for the Frosty 5K. God bless you. We'll see you for the next episode of Amish Matchmakers. We help Amish singles to find godly spouses, develop epic marriages, and create a legacy, long lasting legacy that is rooted in faith, freedom, and above all else, love. Have a great day. God